Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jamie with Glamp Review. In case you don't know who I am, my wife Tanya and I and our two cats, we travel the Southeast in our RV. Now today we're going to be talking about the differences between the yellow Lego style blocks and the wooden blocks that everyone builds. Now there are pros and cons to both of these, so we're going to get into that, but we're also going to answer a lot of you out there that have been asking me how I built our wooden blocks, and you want to see a how-to video on how to do that. So we're going to do a quick video today. This is a super quick video. We're going to be talking about the pros and cons to both of these and how I built these and all the materials that are going to be needed to build these. Okay, let's talk about the pros and cons to both of these real quickly. So the pros to the yellow Lego style blocks are they're stackable, so you can make them as high or as low as you want. So they're that, and they're also very stowable, they're lightweight. The cons to them is it takes 7 of these, 7 yellow blocks to equal 1 of these taller blocks. So, and a pack of these come in 10. So it takes a lot of these to make up 6 of these for a 6-point leveling jack system like we have. Now let's talk about the pros and cons to the solid wood blocks. Now the pros to these is they are solid. They do give you a firmer footprint than these. We also put these horse style mats, this rubber mat on the top and bottom. So this gives you a nice good grip because you got a rubber grip for your jack and a rubber grip for the ground. So you don't get any kind of slippage. The cons to them, they weigh a lot. They're heavy when you pick them up. I mean, if you watch some of our videos, sometimes, I don't want to say I'm struggling, but I'm having to use a little bit of arm muscle to move them around, especially these taller blocks. So that's the con to them. They're heavy. I keep them in the back of our trucks so that I'm not adding weight to our trailer because we don't want to overload our trailers. That's number one. If you're new and you're wondering, what do we even need these for? Well, I want to go ahead and tell you, if you don't use blocks and you have auto level on your fifth wheel, chances are you're going to get an unsuccessful auto level. Now I'm talking about electric auto leveling. I can't even talk about hydraulic auto leveling. That's a whole different animal. But electric auto leveling is what we have, and it's what's more common in a lot of moderate to lower classed fifth wheels. The higher class fifth wheels will usually use hydraulics, whole different animal, but those still can benefit from using these solid wood blocks. The shorter that jack extends, the more solid it's going to become. The more extended it has to be, the more wobbly it's going to be. It's just obvious, just physics, right? Something that's tall is going to sway, something that's short is not going to sway, right? So that's the overall reason we want these. Okay, so let's go over the materials that you're going to need to build these blocks with. So you're going to need a 4x6 and a 2x6. Now you're going to get pressure treated lumber. We're going to need some 3-inch screws. I like the deck mate screws because they have the star head and they actually come with a free T25 bit. So that's pretty nice. So you're going to need a box of 3-inch and a box of 1 1/4 inch. The other thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get some rubber. Now, the best place to get this is at Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply sells what they call horse stall mats. This comes in a 3x4 sheet. And then of course, you wanna make sure you get a good razor knife. You're also gonna need some sort of T-square. Actually, this is for drywall. I use this thing for everything. This is a drywall T-square, but it works really good with this because it's made for drywall. It has a good lip here, which fits perfect. So you can score, you can mark and score using these. And then of course, the drill with the star bit that is included. So just make a mark here, I come over and make another mark over here, and then just basically connect the dots, doing it this way, and then we'll just make a little line. It's probably hard to see that on camera. So you've gotta have one of these razor knives because this stuff is really thick. And I just press down, score it several times. And then, as you can see, it starts to kind of come apart like that. I don't know if you can see that. So then I just take the knife and then come in the middle and just cut like this. So it's hard to get this a perfect cut, but it works. And there you go. So now we have our 11 inches by 11 inches. Let's verify. So yeah, we got 11 inches by 11 inches. Okay, 11 inches over here, mark that 11 inches. And then here again, we'll score off a piece. Now, one 3x4 sheet of this stuff is going to create enough pads for 6 jack blocks. So you only need one 3x4 sheet of this horse stall mat. Kind of folding it back and it kind of starts to tear apart a little bit. It's almost cutting it like you do sheetrock. Sheetrock, you score it and then and then we get down here at the end. So it's not awful, but it does take a pretty sharp razor knife to get it cut. So then that's going to be 11 inches by 11 inches. So those two there is going to be our top and bottom of our next pieces. Okay, so let's go with that. We're going to make 4 of these. So to make 4 of the tall blocks, it's going to take 2 2x6s, and it's going to take only one 4x6 to do 4 blocks. Take the 2 4x6s and you sandwich those together, and then you take 2 and put them not this direction but this direction. Take 2 of the 2x6s, and then we'll take another 2 of the 2x6s, and then we'll take a piece of the rubber mat that we cut earlier and another piece, and we'll sandwich them like that. And that's basically your block. So one of these tall blocks equals 7, roughly 7 of the yellow Lego blocks. So that's pretty tall. And then if we want to make it a little bit shorter, we'll take away 2 of the 2x6s and we'll sandwich it like that. And then that ends up making 6 of the yellow blocks. And then if we want to go shorter than that, what we'll do is we'll take away 2 of the 4x6s, and then we'll add a 2x6 and 2x6, little rubber mat there, and there you have the equivalent to, I believe it's roughly 4 yellow Lego blocks. You'll want to do a handle. You always want to have a handle because these things are not lightweight. So what I did is I just went to the aisle where it had all of the hardware for fences, and this is a fence handle, just a fence handle without a latch or anything, and it just looks good. I like it because it's black, it's easy to handle, it holds the weight, and then put it down there. You can use any type of handle you want. This is up to your preference. So what you're going to need to do first is you're going to need to go out and measure, have your camper on the most level place that it can possibly be. Measure out your jacks from the bottom of your jack to the pavement. That'll give you a good idea of how tall do I need to make these, because chances are your RV is going to be like mine. My 4 rear jacks in the back are pretty low to the ground, so they're not going to accept the bigger blocks. These bigger blocks will not fit under my rear jacks on a level pad. And so what I ended up putting back there is I put the smaller ones. That's what I use for my rear jack. Works perfect. Well, anyway, that wraps up today's video. We made the tall blocks. If you want to make the shorter blocks, you got the gist. You just chop off the blocks to make the size that you want, and then wait 6 months before you paint these, 3 months, you might could get away with it, but I'd wait at least 6 months before painting these just to let that pressure treated wood dry out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you got a lot out of it. If you have any extra questions that maybe I missed something, or maybe I misspoke and said something wrong, ask me a question. I'll quickly respond to you and give you some answers. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Now be sure to check out tomorrow's episode, as we'll be going to Camp Rivers Landing in Pigeon Forge. That is a pretty cool campground. It was an old dairy farm that is now been converted into a campground. And then we visit Dollywood on pass holder preview day, and we actually got to get into a media event with Dolly Parton, and we got to see Dolly doing a parade, which was kind of neat, something different. I know I do a lot of Dollywood videos, but that Dollywood video is definitely pretty cool. You need to check that out. So that comes tomorrow. And plus they had Chevy in the Smokies. We went and visited that, saw some pretty awesome Corvettes at the Corvette Expo. So we did a lot of cool stuff on that trip. It was a really short trip. So yeah, go be sure to check that out. That'll come out tomorrow, as I was intending to have this video come out today, because I wanted this to get out as quick as possible for a couple of you guys out there that have been asking for this video. So anyway, I'm going to quit rambling because I can talk all day, my friends. Sorry about that. So y'all have a good one. We'll see you on the next episode tomorrow.